So, welcome back. This is episode 2 of Drunk Nerds.
Hello.
Hi, welcome back. I have my dog here, so I apologize if he starts. Oh, he just passed out. That's fine.
This is Drunk Nerds Dog Brady.
Drunk Nerd dog Brady.
He also likes beer. We don't give it to him often, but
Yeah, he gets sauced. So
You drunken son of a bitch.
he's son of a bitch, legitimately.
Oh. I like the
More
word.
I could say. Okay, it's Joe, Mike, Allie, Tommy, and Brady. If you can still see him, he's being adorable. And this is episode 1 of we don't know what we're gonna two. We don't know what we're gonna name it yet, so
We'll figure it out at the
we'll
end.
figure it out later. Alright, no, that's good. So here we are again. We got a lot of good feedback from our first video, so that's super cool. We're still up in
Thank you
here.
to whoever watched this 340 times.
That
Thanks,
one
Mom.
person. Yeah. My mom doesn't know I do this.
My mom doesn't know how to work a computer.
No, I can't. I told her that I was thinking about doing a podcast, and she's like, "Oh, send me when it's up." I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna do that."
If I would have said podcast to my mom, she would have thought aliens.
I want my mother to still like me. So
my
Too late.
mother will still like me. What's wrong?
yeah,
There's nothing wrong with our
Yeah.
podcast.
but I'm
Your mother likes me.
but I'm the good kid.
And I'm not.
I'll say
Do you want to fight about this?
a little bit.
Alright, we'll go outside later.
Okay.
To the death.
Well, I don't want
No.
to kill him.
All right. To the nude. You better win.
Wait, does nude mean that I have to rip off clothes off of her?
Yeah.
We'll figure it out
She
as
has
we
to
go.
be naked for you to win.
Okay.
I'm still winning.
I just see it winning all around.
All right, we're all still drinking, by the way. Joe still has his Jack. I have a Stella.
Which we're not going to try to.
No, we're not gonna try to say the second word.
I'm drinking a pure luxury Young's double chocolate stout.
And then I got picked up this stuff. First of all, I should have known that it was going to taste like ass when I got Southern Tier Creme Brulee Stout. It's very, very bitter, and it makes me want to cry a little bit.
Creme brulee is very French, and you don't put the word Southern in there with French. It's not.
It's a beer with a cow on the label.
Yeah.
I mean,
Where was your
Yeah.
first one?
I like cows.
Mine
You
said
like
double
cows?
chocolate. You knew it was going to be good.
It is double chocolate.
Mine was
That
really
one of my
big.
favorites. Meh.
So,
That's what she said.
that's what she said.
mine's just strong. That's all that matters.
That is really all that does matter.
Joe takes drunk nerding very seriously.
Everyone should.
As everybody should be correct. So let's get into the news. Let's talk about the awesomeness that is RIM and BlackBerry. They had a little bit of a problem with their servers this week. It was down for like 3 days, and some parts of the country and some parts of the world still don't have service.
Oh, that's amazing.
So the big company where they say, "Oh, we're a big email company, corporate, blah blah blah," people weren't getting their emails. So I got calls
Nice.
the last few days at my company saying, "Hey, why aren't I getting emails?" And I have to explain to them, I can't do anything about it. It's literally because of RIM and BlackBerry.
Do you think this is a downward spiral for them?
Oh, they were already screwed. You know, they were trying to pick up things with the playbook. And
But the playbook's so good.
it's not good for $600. So that's their tablet mic, just so you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's not.
Yeah, it's, well,
I'm not tech savvy.
not all the time. He gets one every once in a while. Don't short sell yourself.
Well, I mean, if it's music tech, they got nothing.
Fair enough, Mike. Fair enough. So
Touche.
Yeah, that's probably one of the shittiest tablets I've ever seen though.
it really is. It's actually hard to use. I actually picked one up at one of those office stores I'm fucking out. But it took me like 20 minutes to figure out kind of how to get to the main menu. You have to swipe like up and down and around in circles and put your face against it. I think I had sex with
Oh,
it.
can do boobs
I'm
work?
pretty sure. I don't know. Putting them in between your boobs. I don't know. So,
I took a
Yeah,
tablet
to-
once. It made me feel weird.
What?
he's talking about accessing him.
You
They
have no
don't do drug
idea.
testing at your job, do they?
No.
Now they do.
Now they know. Now they will. Right, now you're talking.
Half the company is screwed.
Yes. So.
It's just like restaurants. If they start drug testing people, they'll have no workers anymore.
No.
Or video game testers.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah. Dude, the graphics is like,
It's amazing. Half the people are baked when they play video games anyhow, so.
I
How did we get on video games and doing drugs? That's amazing. We went from very BlackBerry corporateness.
It's what
That's
you do.
called a segue.
Yes.
So basically, BlackBerry sucks now.
BlackBerry is like, who wants to use a BlackBerry? But the funny thing is, people that have BlackBerries are crazy addicted to them.
Well, I think what it is for business, it's really good, and or at least it was, and you know, it just kind of became a habit that if you're in business, you have a BlackBerry. If you have a business phone, business email, you have a BlackBerry, and so that was, and it's almost like a popular thing. Like you're not important in business if you don't have the BlackBerry because it's the thing to have.
That's because it would do all the things that your normal phone, when BlackBerry first came out, really didn't do. It was BlackBerry and then Palm, the Palm Pilot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the BlackBerry obviously took off because it had so much more to it than anything else really did, and it integrated with your,
Right.
Exchange, and it integrated with
What I'm
everything
saying
else.
is
It had
nobody's
full web
really-
browsing, and now
Nobody's
you're-
really switched to anything new. They're all stuck on BlackBerries for business, and they haven't.
That's because BlackBerry has that niche, whereas iPhones, they haven't really integrated into the business side of it. Android really hasn't integrated into the business side of it.
Nothing
so you're
else
kind
really
of
has.
stuck with it.
Well, they're becoming bigger. I know in our company, it's a lot easier to. So to get somebody to actually connect to BlackBerry correctly, for email and everything, you actually have to put it on a BlackBerry server. You got to do a bunch of stuff. For if you're using, like, say, Exchange, all you have to do for iOS and Android is put in your server information, and it connects and it does all that stuff for you. You don't have to do any. You don't have to install any proprietary software on any servers and stuff like that. It works. It works a lot better.
But that's why also BlackBerry's going downhill now,
Yeah.
because of the fact that it's getting easier to use those. It's just
Oh,
about
yeah.
which one's going to break away with it.
Oh yeah, definitely. So Bray's making his rounds. So pay attention to that. So
Well, the iPhone was released on Friday, and the world went crazy. Several stores around the theater had lines wrapped around it, and were sold out within minutes.
really,
It was crazy.
I never buy anything that comes out new when it comes out.
No,
always
I
wait.
usually wait about 2 to 3 years.
Pierce.
I wait a few months because anything new that's going to come out, no matter how awesome it sounds, no matter how awesome it ends up kind of being, there's always going to be some sort of bug. So I wait until the next, what's it called? The next update, so they get rid of some of those bugs, and then I'll buy it because it's cheaper, because it's been out for a little bit, and the bugs are fixed. And there's also the hacks for it now to where you can jailbreak it. So, I just kind of wait for all that because I really don't need to spend more money just to have it right when it comes out.
But in all honesty, all this new iPhone is an update.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
true.
It's got a dual core processor. It's got a little bit of a better camera on it, but beyond
That
that,
Siri.
Yes.
My boss made a very, very big deal about his iPhone, to where he was like almost 2 hours late for work, and he showed up and he goes, hits the button, goes, find a movie theater, and it pretty much said you're standing next to one.
Yeah,
And
my-
I'm like,
my-
that's awesome. I picked up my phone. I said, be a phone. My phone's better.
Well, here's the thing though, I do love Siri. I love the whole thing behind it. I don't care what you guys said last time, it is so much better than the other one on the Android phones. So much better.
so
Don't you laugh at me.
I understand what you're saying,
I get
but
it.
I've noticed that, even when my phone did that, I was like, oh, that's super cool. I used it for a day, and then I never ever used it ever again. Unless occasionally when I'm driving.
You know what? That's a point I can get behind. That's probably right.
It's
Well,
like
it's the new toy for every kid.
Really.
You find this great toy and you're like, oh my god, it's the greatest thing ever. And then you put it down and walk away.
And then
You'll
you go
see it
back to
in 2
playing with
years.
your aluminum foil.
It's very true.
Yeah.
Susie, my wife, she does it. She uses it all the time. She absolutely loves it because the My Touch has the Genius button. So you just push the button and you can talk, and it'll search your contacts, search your text messages, search the web.
My buddy Dane did the same thing. He picked up his My Touch when my boss was like, look what this does. And he goes, oh wow, my phone's 3 years old. Does the same thing.
So that's what I'm saying.
And half
It's-
the price.
Exactly. That's
No,
why it's
that
been
makes-
out forever, and she loves it. It works great. It has every time. If there's a subject that we're
Uh.
talking about that she doesn't know, she'll just say the name of what it is we're talking about, and it'll pull up whatever she needs.
Well, it's incredible the fact that Apple has that ability to make something that's been around for quite a while on some other platforms seem amazing when they do it. Like, I saw this awesome infographic of.
And they add a new word to it.
It's just new word.
Or
They showed
in front of it.
they showed
Yeah.
Bill Gates.
This is the I couch.
Yeah, it is.
You sit on it.
And it
Oh
costs
my
double what you would
God.
pay for a regular couch. And it's white,
Well, I don't
and
know.
it has soft edges.
When I tried using it on my phone, I don't know if it's maybe just my phone. It was an older phone at the time, so when I tried it on my phone, it just didn't work very well. So it could have just been the phone.
Yeah,
Well,
you gotta
the
remember.
more you use it too, the more it gets used to your voice, so the easier it hears and understands what you're saying.
So I not only have to sweet talk people, I now have to sweet talk my phone.
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
correct.
The one thing that Siri has that the MyTouch doesn't is because of the fact it's going to start responding.
Sexy.
It's going to start understanding what it is that you're asking, looking to see what's available, and responding back to you. That's the one thing that MyTouch, like what the voice on Android does not have, and that's what the whole big thing that I can see as far as Siri is
Siri.
Yeah, there we go.
Good.
As far as that
I've only
goes.
got one of those, right?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. It's been a long day. But as far as that goes, so if you tell it to, schedule an appointment as what they use for all their advertisements, and it's going to go, you've already got something scheduled for that day. Do you want to remove, overwrite, and you can go from there. The MyTouch, that's the part it doesn't have. It's just a search functionality right now.
No, I don't get me wrong, they did a way better job at it. But I just find it, like I said, I find it really interesting that Apple does have that ability to come out with something. It's a little bit better than what's been out, but, it's...
They just
it's
improve
better.
on something a little bit, and then it's like,
by a smidgen.
By a smidgen, though. Like I said, there was an infographic of Bill Gates back in 2002 showing off a tablet with Windows XP on it, but it was still a tablet, and he's been saying for years and years since the 90s that this is going to be, the future of computing, and then all of a sudden the iPad comes out, and it's as if no one's ever seen a tablet before in their entire life.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, Apple, they're so inventive.
Yes.
although I will say the iOS 5 is awesome.
Is
They do all kinds of new stuff with it. Most of, I can't think of now, but one of the things is, when you're holding a tablet, one of the things that's difficult is typing. Because you have to hold it with one hand and then type with one hand, and it's not as fast, and so it's kind of difficult. Whereas now you can actually pull the keyboard part, and half is on one side and half is on the other, so you hold it with both hands and you just type with your thumbs.
That's
Like
kinda
if you were kind of
Interesting.
typing. The only thing that I don't like about it is that you pull it and it's one set size. I wish you could pull it and make it like bigger or smaller. Take note, Apple. This is your next update. This needs to happen.
But like
Steve
we
Jobs
talked
already
about,
thought
Some of us have bigger thumbs than other people.
but like we talked about in the last podcast,
I said
that
Apple.
Tommy brought up
You have
before,
huge thumbs.
when the first iPhone came out, it didn't have cut and paste.
They
That's
did have
a real
lot of-
small, it's a real simple, like anybody should have thought of something
Yeah.
like cut and paste. And it came out later, so it wouldn't surprise me if someone has already thought of that and they go, we'll do that on a later update.
Yeah.
Let's just get the people in, and then there'll be something for them to be excited about when the next update comes.
Yeah. Because it makes it really small, and it's better. I like it, but my thumbs are not that small. So.
Yeah, gigantic thumbs, apparently.
Not even really. It's just, I guess they underestimated the size of human thumbs.
When I had a
Define
tablet...
human.
Me.
Okay.
Bring it
Right. No, when I had a tablet,
Human puppy.
when I had the tablet for the week that I had a tablet, that's one thing that I noticed is like you have to hold it and you have to hunt and pack to type on it. I don't want to do that. I'm used to my phone just being able to text message from two thumbs.
Well, a lot of people are buying keyboards for their tablets.
Yeah, but then why not just buy a laptop at that point?
Exactly.
It's like I noticed
Yeah,
that.
like those little mini laptops, like the little
Ultrabooks and the Netflix.
Well, I guess
Yeah.
because then if you have the keyboard and then you actually do have to type up something, it's easier and faster to type it up real quick. But then, because it's a tablet and not a computer, you can easily pick it up, take it somewhere with you, and use touchscreen to do everything else you need.
Also, it's not as
So,
hip.
huh?
It's not as hip to not have a tablet these days.
Well, no, it's just
Yeah.
it's just not as heavy. I mean, to be honest, I used to take my laptop with me to every single room. It was a process just to unplug it, lug everything
First
out,
world
get it on the
problems.
thing, and then. I mean, it was just, not that it was the end of the world, but it's like the whole VHS thing we talked about last time where it's like, heathens must have thought of this. This is ridiculous that I have to take my laptop into every room. It's so heavy. And sometimes I'd just be like, fuck it, I'll be bored. I'm done. So, the tablet's nice, even with the keyboard, because you can just pick it up and go. That's Brady.
We need to get puppy mittens.
It's got to.
And then you see him doing like a crazy dance. Oh, hey, he's coming back.
Come here.
Damn your hardwood floors.
I know.
Well, what do you guys think of the Amazon Fire?
I think it's super cool. I like it. The
I've
specs on it
tried
are
it,
pretty
yeah.
cool, and it's relatively cheap because Amazon's hoping that they're basically going the video game platform model.
I don't know what that is.
It's
Okay.
you know the Amazon Kindle.
Yeah.
This is their tablet
That's
version
okay.
of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Because now if you have a tablet, you also have a reader. I mean, you can't, like, I don't need a tablet and a Kindle, because I can just use my tablet to put.
Why can't you just buy a damn book anymore?
But I do, actually. I have like 6 or 7 bookcases at home that are full. So I do read books. I prefer them, but if I wanted to buy a cheaper book,
I don't really mean you. I mean you.
See,
I can help you.
I would have probably purchased the Fire because for me, it's what I'm looking for. The only reason that I have not is because I'm not big on books, but graphic novels, comics, stuff
what
like
you're
that.
saying is you just don't read.
Pretty much.
I like pictures.
But they're really great stories, and I love those, but you don't see a lot of them. Like, they're out
Yeah.
there, but not
Not a
like
lot
the-
of them are on the.
And it's not a lot of the big series that you can only get in comics in the actual paperback form. And if they were to bring more of that online without having to get a third-party app to be able to read what is out there, I would be all over it.
I would agree with you. They need to have a few more things for the nerdier of us. Because books are all well and good, but if you can't read anything that you want, then what's the point?
It's basically it's an iPod for your books.
Yeah.
Yeah. it's
Instead
all
of
good.
carrying CDs everywhere and having to deal with that, you had your iPod. This is the same thing. Instead of having books that you have to lug everywhere if you want to go to the beach or the park, you just have your one.
Yeah, I have books on tape.
Do you really?
Not literally tape.
Oh
Like
my
books on- Books on tape on iPod. I have an app on my iPod that I just sit there and listen to books all the time.
Have you heard of Audible.com?
Yeah, I heard of it.
Have you tried it?
No.
You should give it a shot then.
What
if
is
you
it?
honestly enjoy it, it's a subscription service for audio books, and
Nice.
a lot of
Subscription, that means I have to pay. Oh, I'm good.
Well,
But
I
a
might
lot
like
of-
that.
Well,
'cause
it's like you get the service and you pay for the books,
Oh, okay.
but a lot of them are actually narrated by the person who wrote it,
Oh, cool.
which is
Awesome.
really cool.
I need Christopher Walken to write a book now.
Shatner's got a few.
Yeah, he's got a few.
Oh, Shatner just put out a new album, by the way, and it's freaking amazing if you want to listen to it once. Sorry.
Well, you know that they have for audibles they had the Samuel L. Jackson go to fuck to sleep.
Yes!
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great.
Seriously. Well, I love him and all, but god damn it, why is he in everything? I
What?
swear he's got to be in pornos now.
Why isn't he in everything?
Yeah, fair enough.
We all had to comp him.
That and Morgan Freeman.
I want Morgan Freeman to narrate my life. I think that would be amazing.
That would be amazing.
A little boring, maybe though.
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
I don't know.
Is Joe kidding you? No.
Andy Dufresne was talking next to water.
That he was, sir. Oh,
You just
sorry.
kicked the dog in the face.
He liked it.
Yeah, come
Brady,
on,
do you want my
on the
beer?
safe side.
So,
You want a sedative?
yes, it is. Yeah, I know. He's looking at your.
No.
My dog's an alcoholic.
He's licking the condensation.
I want to sip the beer and you got your whiskey. So,
If we get
So,
600 views because of you, you're a permanent fixture.
Brady the drinking dog. That's gonna scratch himself.
I had a
Close up.
Can you lick
So
your
I-
balls now, Tim? Thanks.
no,
Red
Red
Rocket.
Rockets here today. So
Okay.
I read earlier this week that one of the I think it's General Electric is actually going to be spending $600 million to put up a solar plant in Aurora, Colorado, to maybe try to
He knows the sucker when he
replace
sees
the
one.
nuclear power plants. So I think
Interesting.
it's totally cool. I want solar panels on my house eventually.
I don't know, maybe the technology's gotten better than from what I remember, but it just seems like it's not worthwhile yet.
It used to upset me when I could trick my old calculator by putting my thumb over the solar panel. Like, see, there's your flaw. Thumbs, gigantic thumbs.
You're screwed.
Yeah, solar panel calculators, not worth it. But solar panels that take energy and put it somewhere to be used, a little bit better.
Back what I remember, it used to be you'd see all the big panels on the roofs of the homes, and it would be enough to power the pump for the pump.
Yeah, the
When they
pump.
heat, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's
You know what I mean?
definitely
Like,
gotten better.
Yeah, I can turn my
though.
lamp on.
Yeah, pretty much.
Will is my fiance.
It's what we
He
calculate.
yeah. He
Remember
has
that
done a lot of research on like different solar panels and things because he really wants to implicate that when we do have a house. And they have a lot better ones now. They just are more expensive. But not only that, he is probably gonna be trying to do the magnet power creator. I want to say. I don't really know the exact word for it, but basically you take magnets and out of them you create a machine that creates power from these magnets, from the energy that these magnets.
What is this, witchcraft?
No, he's already made one.
Burn
Like,
alive!
no. He did one at home where this magnet is like spinning and it's like
Yeah.
making this battery work. And so
It's
if
It's
you,
just like a crank that you see on like on the radios that you got to crank to generate power, and then they hold it for so long. It's the same thing.
Oh, like
but
that
it's the-
flashlight that I had to go.
It kind. Well, no, that's the
That's a
shake light.
flashlight.
That's
That's
a shake
flashlight.
light.
Oh, flashlight, cool.
Flashlight, yeah.
But so it's the same thing, except instead of having to manually generate the power,
it does
the
the
magnets are pulling and repelling from each other to spin, which generates the power.
So he basically will create an entire system for our house to be powered independently. Also, if you have solar powers powering your house, you can actually connect it to your local power plant, where you would actually be giving some of your power to them, and they pay you basically instead of you paying them
Better.
for your power.
My first question is, A, where do I stick my penis? And second of all, where do you find such amazing machines? I just want to buy one just to have one of those.
Well, they don't like. I don't think they sell them yet, but Will can create one. So
I got a question. What's Alaska gonna do?
What do you
no
mean?
fucking idea.
Exactly, 30 days a night. Are you kidding me?
No.
Screwed.
Yeah, but then,
It's one hell of a battery, Tommy.
I'm just saying.
movie.
Horrible movie.
Awful movie.
Horrible movie.
Alaska-
Retarded vampires.
You know what Alaska's gonna do? Alaska.
Twilight?
Everybody's gonna move out of Alaska,
You think?
or they're gonna keep their power plants. That's up to them. I don't live there. I don't care.
I'm going to Alaska.
Huh?
Why?
Wind.
I'm going on a cruise.
To Alaska?
Yeah.
I heard that's a
I'm
good.
gonna see a
cruise.
whale.
I wanna.
I'm gonna see an iceberg.
I want to
Shit,
see hot chicks in
can't. I'm not-
bikinis. I don't want to see a whale. I'm going on a cruise. I want to look at ass.
I got a weird story about my last cruise, but I don't think I'm allowed to share it.
He was
It
like,
involved,
So, I'm
it involved a 50-year-old couple sitting right next to me doing unspeakable things, and I was like, I'm right next to you.
More power to them. Tear it up, man.
Get your groove on.
Old people are crazy.
I've already come to the conclusion I'm going to commit suicide. when
Oh
we
yeah,
finish
Stella
that.
got her groove back on that one.
They have pills for it. You're fine.
By the way, I'm gonna back up for a second back to Alaska. The magnet one. They don't need the solar power one. They can just use the magnet machine.
Mhm.
So there you go.
They can harness the power of moose and reindeer.
Oh.
Just ask Sarah Palin. She'll figure it out.
I can see Russia from my house.
You can see a lot of things from her house. I'd say
Like
nail it.
Bristol. I watch her from her house.
Super awkward, but awesome.
All right.
You're
I would still hit it. Sarah Palin, I mean.
No, not
Bristol.
Sarah.
No.
I got some photos of Sarah Palin if you want to see them from her house.
Jesus.
Jesus. What don't you have photos of?
Is
let's-
Stella Getty?
Betty
Let's
White.
change that
No, I've
subject.
got
No, I
don't
got
wanna
Betty
talk
White
about-
pictures.
Yeah, I got pictures of Betty White. Hot.
Mm.
What,
Yeah,
when
but
she was
that's a lot.
15?
That sweet
Betty
white
White.
hair.
Let's get back on
That
subject.
cotton kid.
So anyway,
Yes.
So I don't know if you guys heard, but apparently, and I'm gonna butcher his name, but Mark Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg.
Yeah,
Facebook.
was nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize.
what?
Yeah,
For all the amazing things
for
they've done.
Facebook.
For Facebook, which
How is
he's
that?
prized for something that causes nothing but drama for teenagers
And adults.
and adults. More so adults.
Well,
actually.
adults that act like high schoolers, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't tell you he did not win, thankfully.
Oh,
Okay.
thank God.
But the fact that he was just nominated in general, what's the world coming to? I mean, seriously.
Like that's what we're giving out peace prizes for?
Is he gonna do what most actors do and just be like, "Well, I'm an Academy Award nominee. Hi, I'm Nobel Peace Prize nominee Mark Zuckerberg."
It wouldn't surprise me. It really wouldn't.
That's ridiculous because seriously, like, what can I go like weed whack and make a park prettier and I'll be nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize now?
Yes.
Are they running out of people doing good deeds around the world?
From
Pretty
what I
much,
understand,
yeah.
the reason why he was nominated is because Facebook has become a central location for people all over the world can gather and communicate and talk.
That
was
doesn't
the
mean we're being
whole
peaceful about it.
Well, they probably gave it to him because of the whole Arab Spring that they had, with Egypt and Libya and everything.
But the thing is
That's a key factor was Facebook and Twitter.
what someone brought up as a good point is if, let's say, peace ends up in the Middle East, do you give the phone company a Nobel Peace Prize?
Yes, of course you do.
No, of course you don't. So that's all this is. This is just a tool. You don't give the maker of the tool a peace prize
Well, after
unless it's
Mother
something
Teresa
that
passed
actually
away,
does
we have
good.
nobody else.
Yeah.
It's like
Mike, do
I
you have
really
any
guess we
pictures of
have
her?
no one.
Who?
Do you have any pictures of her?
Mother Teresa.
Mother Teresa.
No.
For his own soul. I think
Here's
it's
his
just insane,
goal.
though.
Maybe autopsy photos, but that's just.
Oh, too soon.
God, she wouldn't have been autopsied anyway.
I hope it's on camera.
I don't think so. Thank you, Brady. I appreciate you just sneezing in my face. Thank you, buddy.
With your sponsor.
But another thing that I heard that I want to bring up for you guys, Washington, Florida.
No.
In Washington, Florida, some of the schools down there have started using biometrics for attendance. So you come into class and scan your thumb, and that's how they do the attendance to know who was there and who wasn't. And now, this school year, they're talking about starting it on school buses. So when you get on the bus, you actually scan your thumbprint on your bus along with for each class that you log into.
What if you don't ride the bus? What if you're still one of those few people that mommy and daddy like to drop you off?
Well,
you got that.
Well, that's fine because you
You're
actually
still doing it
sign.
in school.
Yeah, you sign. There's forms like when you sign up to be on the bus, so the bus driver knows who to expect on the bus.
Mhm.
So you actually your parents fill out a form saying that you're riding the bus. If you don't have that form, then you're not expected to be there.
Wow.
I actually really like this because I wanted to be a mom my whole life, and I can understand the implications of it, of the fact that, if anything ever happened, my kid got kidnapped, something, we know the last place they were on a school day.
I like it for the fact that I'm not in school. Had I been in school, I would not like
Yeah,
this.
Yeah.
Well, at this point, I don't understand why they, that's a cool concept, and it's one of those things that I think they do just because they can. The thing that I would have done is like an RFID, because that's a hell of a lot cheaper to make ID cards, because you give kids ID cards for school anyhow, and put an RFID chip in it. So this way, when they walk right to the door, instead of having to
But those can get lost. Those can be, hey, take this.
who says no one's gonna chop your kid's finger off? I've seen plenty of spy movies where
I
that's
can get you
That's
a
your
child's
problem right
finger.
now, is that you're watching the spy movies and relating it to real life.
I do that all the time.
That's why it's not been working.
I'm a strong believer that Chuck actually really exists.
I can't talk to you.
Don't really like me.
Anyway, the thing is though, is even if you don't go into class, even if you skip school, okay? Let's say you skip school and you don't scan your thumb, you're marked as an absence. What are they gonna do? The same thing they do every time. They won't call your house, they don't do that, anymore. But you will get a letter in the mail, which whenever I skip school, I get a thing in the mail saying how many absences I had. If I got it, my sister got it, my brother got it, because we were always told it first, we tear it up for the other one, throw it away.
Yes, but
So-
what makes you think they're going to use actual mail anymore? Why not email?
Well, they could do email, but,
Have
that's,
your thumbprint tied to your student record, which is tied to contact emails. And all at once, it's
If anything,
whatever
what
parents
they
they
would do
need.
is, I don't even see them using email anymore. What it would be probably is text messages.
Or that too.
Yeah. Or a dog sniffing my head.
Which,
but even still, it's one of those things that, technology is getting better, so kids are gonna have to get smarter about it. They'll figure something out, kids are gonna do their own thing, but I do like it for the safety of things, to make sure,
Mhm.
schools are I think they're also basically trying to make sure that other people aren't showing up for other people,
Well,
that
it's
actually is
progression.
more so in college, things like that, but, I kinda like the concept. concept, and if kids can't adapt, then that's not their fault. To be honest, when I have kids, I wouldn't really mind so much if they skip school every now and again, because it's part of being a kid, part of, and I wouldn't necessarily encourage it, but I would maybe look the other way and pretend like I don't know once in a while.
No, I never skip school. Never. Ever. Ever.
I more so just walked out on school.
Huh?
I never really skipped school.
That's because you would drop out and then go back to school and then drop out and get kicked out.
I'd get suspended.
Suspended,
And expelled.
Expelled. Fair enough.
It's a difference.
We're having a beard.
Okay, well, he's saying it the better way, and you're saying it the worse way, so I don't know why you're defending your...
Meaning I would like to just leave epically, walk out of class, say something very, very prolific and leave.
I'm not gonna do what y'all think I'm gonna do.
Freak out.
Freak out, then I shoot up the place,
Nice.
I don't condone that.
Well, I don't know, but I skipped school a lot when I was in high school. Still got A's.
Oh, we know. Oh, I know.
Because you were with me.
Yeah. Wait, what?
I don't know.
You're old
I never
enough
really
to
put
tell
any
the
effort forth in high school because I didn't see the point. I go to college, I get 4.0. But high school, it seemed like you're more there for the friendships. The teachers didn't really care. The faculty didn't really care.
That's because only 5 people went to your school.
Yeah, true.
So, I was just there for the beer and the bitches.
I was more well known at your guys' school than I was at my school.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Weird enough, I guess.
Weird enough.
Yeah. So.
I didn't want to know you.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Oh, you
Arr.
knew.
Oh, man.
You knew me. You had my poster on your wall. I know you did. Admit it!
Well, after I took a picture of you, I made a poster, okay? I admit it.
Okay. And we cheers to this.
But
Cheers,
to go back to what we were
I
talking
don't
about.
want to do it, Daddy.
Do you guys think email's going anywhere? Because Tommy said that they were just talking about why email when you could text.
It's going to be phased out eventually. Hell, my boss doesn't even talk to me anymore. He emails me. He emails me, or if he doesn't email me, he texts me.
But see, I don't think email's going anywhere because texts are great and giving basic information or pinning down an appointment. Texts are wonderful, awesome. But if you need to type up like a large thing or like a memo for work, or you need to like tell a story, or you have an issue with someone, you're gonna bitch them out motherfuckingly. You're gonna just tell it to this asshole.
Time out. New word. Motherfucking. Time it.
I make up words. It's kind of my thing. So I mean, you're gonna email them. You're gonna write up a big nasty email, and people can change their phone numbers all the time. They don't typically change their email addresses as much. So, you can still get a hold of someone. You haven't talked to someone forever. Oh, I remember their email. We can.
Mine's still the same. I only ever had one email.
I know.
Wayne Newton sucks at yahoo.com.
It upsets me that you have a Yahoo email address.
Yeah.
It upsets me too.
It was one of those things like I was pressured to make the caveman-esque, what's it called, MySpace?
MySpace.
Oh, whatever.
Friend face.
Friend face?
Yeah.
MySpace. You guys say
No, it's
My book?
MySpace. It was
I don't
MySpace.
know. MySpace. Yeah, and then, I just like, oh, let's create an email. Oh, I'm going to go to Yahoo.
Yeah, Yahoo has a big problem.
I couldn't, justify Hotmail.
If you had a Hotmail account,
I don't know,
I
it's
would
pretty hot.
I would actually have less respect for you.
We know someone who only uses a Hotmail account.
Hotmail's better than
Yeah.
Yahoo. Yahoo has this big issue with every time an email goes through Yahoo, if it's any little thing, they're like, oh, spam. Everything goes into spam. So where I work, I will send emails to our employees that we have to have them fill out online forms and things. If they have a Yahoo account and they call us and they're like, I never got the email, I'm like, yeah, you have to check your spam because Yahoo will always put it in spam.
I've noticed that too. My bandmates would send me tracks to start writing to, and it would be like, I sent them to you the other day, and I'll just look in my spam folder, and weirdly it's there.
Because they say that they figure out what's spam, what's not. They don't 99%. They just put everything in spam that they even a little bit think is spam.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really not that good.
I used to use Hotmail. I still kind of do, but ever since I started working with Android phones, I'm now switching over to Gmail. just because I can link it directly
I
to my
have
phone.
I do have a Gmail, but I hardly ever use it. I have it basically so YouTube services and other things. I have it connected through my band too. So
I use Google for everything. Google runs my entire life. Google knows
Yeah.
everything about me. I, for one, welcome our new Google overlords.
Yeah, I was gonna say, doesn't that scare you?
I know.
Because of how much they know about you and read about you and learn about you.
Well, working
You know
in
what, though?
computers, you find out very quickly that your privacy, you really don't have that much privacy. Like,
Well, not
you
only
really
that,
don't.
but to be honest, I mean, we're doing a podcast, so we're, putting ourselves out there anyway.
we're feeding
But-
to the machine.
Yeah,
We are.
exactly. But on top of that, I really could care less. Everyone's afraid of this whole Big Brother thing. Like, the government, they can see everything you do. Okay, so maybe they see me naked in the shower. The government doesn't give a shit.
Oh, I see you naked in the shower.
I know, right? We don't give a shit.
We all
Everyone
have
sees me
camera
naked in the shower.
access.
Doesn't
But
matter.
that's us. That doesn't mean
So-
that that's the general public.
That's not weird.
Well, true, but I'm just saying that the only people that should really be afraid of all of this stuff out there are the people who have something to hide.
Mhm.
If you're just a good person, you don't have anything to hide, who the hell cares?
But couldn't it, because of this lax sensibility about this whole thing, couldn't it turn into a situation like, it was V for Vendetta? Couldn't it turn into that kind of situation where next thing you know, you're going to start having trucks just rolling through, listening to everybody's conversations constantly? And
Well,
just, if you
Well,
say the
who's to
wrong
say-
word,
Who's to say that
You're
that
gone.
doesn't actually happen now? Everyone's got the conspiracy theory of, oh, you don't talk too crazy on the cell phone because everyone, there's someone out there listening to it.
Yeah, but to be honest, with the way our government is basically supposed to be structured, that really shouldn't happen. Like, there's no such thing as like treason. Like, so unless you're actually seriously talking like, I'm planning this, to do this, to hurt the president, like, unless you're really threatening something, they're not gonna do anything. You
all
can't
it's
just
gonna
sit here
take
and
is
say,
one act. All it's going to take is one act by one person or a crazy group internal against something internal and be some big terrorist. Wow.
Terrorist?
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 New
It's been a fucking
I'm
day.
20 years
That's another one,
old.
buddy.
Alright, go ahead.
I told you, it's been a fucking day for me. All it's going to
so,
take
yeah,
is one
it's-
terrorist act, and that's what it's going to get to.
well, we did have the guys that were trained, for 9/11, they were trained in America to,
In
for-
Florida.
In Florida.
And that happened.
Germany or Florida.
And what happened, they got better about security. Now, they didn't, they're not going crazy about it. They did do a lot more, and it's a pain in the ass at the airport a little bit, but
Yeah, let me tell you about a little bit about security, especially on the 10-year anniversary when I get back into the country from a cruise that I'm on. And here I'm thinking security is gonna be super freaking tight. I walked in, handed the car, the guy goes, "How much booze you got?" "Alright, cool, go."
Nice.
I stood there and went, "That's it?"
It depends on the person.
Yeah, like-
There's so much profiling that
So-
you just try not to say profiling.
I'm
but
a
it
late
is.
20s male with a beard.
White male with a beard.
You get freckles.
you don't look like any kind of foreigner.
Unless you're part of the IRA. I think you're
You
I
look
could
like,
be- I could
you
be
look
the
like a
best
spoiled
terrorist.
American kid.
Oh, wow. You know what's really funny? I'm ethnically ambiguous.
Enjoy your chocolate beer, bitch.
For my creme brulee. Here, you need to try this.
So where
I'm
did
good.
that turn
You
you
sure?
No, I'm
You
good.
sure?
No.
Bastard. You wanna try this? It's pretty rough. Yeah, thanks.
I'm gonna get a glass and try it. I'm drink out of yours. I've been sick.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not that horrible. It's not great, but I can stomach it.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. I'm not a big fan. So,
I'm gonna drink out of your rose coffee cup.
alright, sweet.
Or
Since I'm
poinsettia.
ethnically ambiguous, every single time I go to the airport, I'm always the one that gets pulled. Every single time I've been pulled. For the last, 4 or 5 years.
The force is strong.
I always have to go through the thing where I have to do this and stand up.
They just want to
'cause-
see your boobs.
Well, probably, but I also have my diabetic pump. I've been diabetic for 20 years. And so they have to do that. And then they make me touch it and they rub my hands with this thing. I guess they're making sure that.
Go on.
Touch it, rub it.
Oh, the pump.
The pump. I thought you were still talking about your boobs.
yeah.
How you doing?
Ugh. Oh, that's fucking disgusting.
I know. It's
Wait a minute, hold on.
It's
This tastes like a hazelnut candle.
Oh my god, it does!
It does.
Maybe that's why I consume it, because I'm a chick. And that's,
Oh, that is
Like-
rough.
Oh my
I
god.
want to eat candles half the time.
Liz, if you ever watch this, you're gonna love this shit.
It is. Just try doing a shot of that. That thing's
I'm
rough.
good.
I'd rather take a shot of your whiskey, man. Go for it.
Kind of sort of just want to poop in it.
It kind of tastes like
Me-
a
It's kind of nutty.
It's kind of nutty. Go on. Touching you?
Huh? What? Oh, well, yeah, I have to touch my pump, and then they make sure I don't have like gunpowder residue on my hands and shit. So I mean, I always go through and it's fine. But I will tell you though, I went to Texas one time
That's your first one.
for business, and I didn't have a choice. The airport here was great. Like, they were super nice. They're like, oh yeah, no problem, just go through the thing. They're like, do this. And the lady was so nice to me. She's like, I won't touch you if you don't want me to. I'm like, you know, and I don't care. I'm very laid back. So I'm like, whatever, touch whatever. I'll figure it out. So, but in Texas, the lady, she's like, come here. I'm like, okay. She's like, you need to stand there. She's like, now put your hands up.
You need to stand there and spread them.
She's like, no, your hands need to be up. I'm like, I was doing it. She says, and she's like, are you hiding anything? I'm like, what? I'm a little blonde American chick. Like, really? Like, I told you that I needed to go with this thing because my pump can't go through the x-ray. You didn't tell me, so I don't know why you're angry at me. Like, it's not like I came in here and was like, oh, I have a gun. Why don't you check me out?
I've flown out of Tampa International, Clearwater, and Boston on several different occasions, and security's been, you know, somewhat, you know, tight, you know, as it should be after 9/11. But when I flew out of Providence, Rhode Island, that was the tightest security I've ever been. I stood there for literally 2.5 hours, just waiting, you know, for an examination, pretty much. I didn't get
Examination?
I didn't get the
White
finger.
glove?
You know,
I think it's a white glove.
You know, it's fun when they start doing that.
I kind of did that to myself in waiting.
What you have to do is just
to
kind of
check,
whisper a
make sure I
little
didn't
bit.
have a bomb. 'Cause I don't know. I
Go.
could have had heroin.
You guys go. Next time you get to do that, just whisper a little bit. Like, oh yeah. Just do that. Oh yeah. Hey,
That'll keep you off the list forever.
yeah, that keeps you.
Like, this guy wants you to do it.
Thanks.
No wonder why Lance Bass didn't go to the moon.
Yes.
Aw.
Oh. Lance Bass gay joke. We've gone there. We've officially hit any love.
Well, how many, what is this? Oh, fuck it.
It's 1 pint of disgustingness.
1 pint, but how much alcohol by volume?
9% alcohol by volume.
Oh, no wonder.
Yeah. No, it's not one of my
As
favorites.
opposed to my Stella, which was only...
You may ask why this tastes like ass. No.
Mine's only 5.2.
Yeah.
I need like 13.
Jeez.
Mine actually does
No.
not say.
I used to drink out of pitchers.
Not surprised about that.
Well, okay, and everyone will always laugh at me and think that I was some kind of drunkard, but I knew that throughout the night, hanging out with my friends, I would drink a whole pitcher of beer.
Yeah.
And my whole thing about it was that everybody drinks out of these dirty ass mugs. And how do they clean them? They sit there and they do the done. So
It's
nobody
a
drinks.
stage. Come on.
Nobody-
We've all seen Tell Me do dip, 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 dry.
Okay, I'm not talking about Tony,
Okay.
but still, dip, dip, dip. There's no scrubbing involved. What if you have some nasty thing in your eye?
Because most sinks
But-
already have that scrubber that's already built into the sink.
For
Or
the
should.
outside also? Scrubber goes on the inside, but the outside, where you put your mouth, where your tongue is all making out the cup and shit?
That's what the 200-degree water is for.
Anyway, so nobody really drinks out of the pitchers, so it's cleaner, and I knew I was going to drink it all, and then no one ever asked if they could have any of mine. I buy my pitcher, nobody bothers me, I drink out of my pitcher, everybody left me alone. It was fantastic. It was
By the way,
good.
you're a fast Peter. I just want to...
I am. I'm a
We
very-
did the social experiment one night with Dan.
Yes,
Waldo.
Mike, me, and our friend Dan were all at a bar together,
Waldo.
and yes, and I told them that I was a pretty quick peer because they were making fun of how chicks take forever in the bathroom. Well, I'm not one of those chicks. I don't need to check myself out. I don't need to go with other girls and talk.
And you see, Waldo walks
So-
in and then walks out. I'm like, did you look at yourself in the mirror? Okay.
So we both go at the same time, me and Dan, and then Mike's timing us, and
Literally.
we go.
Stopwatch.
And I'm pretty sure, did I come out before him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I came out. It was like what? How many seconds? Like
You beat him by at least 10 seconds.
yeah. So
We couldn't. I can't believe we're talking. Couldn't that have to do with the volume of pee?
It might, but at the same time, I have to.
Look, you have to talk about your fucking computers. I want to talk about piss.
Yeah, I have to actually, sit, get a little comfortable. I might even have to put some toilet paper down on the seat. I have to wipe.
And it is KD, so you probably should.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh. You know what bothers
It's a
me?
local bar that people think is kind of, but
It's the
That-
best
it's-
hole in the wall in the world.
it is.
Oh,
I
it's
prefer hole in the wall
It really
bars.
It's
is.
a tetanus shot waiting to happen.
No,
You know
it's
what?
not.
The people
pretty
used
sure
to
I
be
had
worse,
herpes
but
twice
it's a
from
lot
that.
better.
It could be better than my adventure to Razzles, where I saw a stabbing, literally.
Or the Freaky Tiki, where there's like shootings and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shame. Seabreeze used to be the best. Used
Yeah. What happened to it? I don't even
to.
remember.
It became a popular thing, and you just see nothing but a bunch of
Douchebags.
douches with collars popped in there.
Ed Hardy shirts.
Like,
Yo, let me get a Bud Light.
isn't that what you do?
No, I actually drink the Belgian beer now.
Belgium. Oh, somebody got
Take
classy.
you out.
No,
Yeah.
the best was when I worked at a coffee shop, and this guy comes in, and he goes, "You got anything with protein in it?" I said, "Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
our
you should-
smoothies have protein in them, but I can put the protein in anything you want."
Your
And he just-
response should have been, yeah, you can suck your own dick.
Well, that wouldn't have been very professional, no,
I
would
don't
it?
care.
Well, I do. That's why, I'm not going to
It's
continue that.
incredible that you've kept your job as long as you have.
Isn't
So,
Yeah, a
well,
little bit.
so from that
12
day on,
years.
I would joke with my coworkers and I'd be like, "Could I have a protein latte? Extra foam."
Easy.
Oh.
It was so good.
Oh,
Can you put a couple
okay.
eggs in that? Raw eggs.
It's rough, isn't it? I can't believe you're still drinking it.
Can I get a caramel macchiato? Sorry. I had to add to it.
I can't say anything. I have a jug of muscle milk in the kitchen right now.
Muscle milk.
Yeah,
It's what is it? Have extra protein and extra.
yeah, it's 42 grams of protein.
But see, that's okay because it's not. You're not like a douchebag going.
No, I'm at the gym. I just
You're not wearing Affliction, you're wearing O'Neill.
Yeah, I'm wearing one of yours.
I don't know.
Stick to
Keeps
Walmart.
trying to get us to go to the gym with him, but he goes at like 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah. Mike was gonna go with me until he found out that it was 5 o'clock.
So we found out it was A.
Yeah, that was the stipulation right there. Wait, that's
I
AM?
go to bed at 6 a.m.
Fine, you can still meet me up at the gym and then go back to bed. I mean, go to bed.
Oh, good point.
That's true.
Ooh, motherfucker.
I like that.
Yeah, see, that's what.
Oh, it's sad when you both have higher pitches than I do.
Lost one of my testicles and
Weren't
So-
you there last week?
Huh?
Weren't you there last week?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
So should we start the new segment?
The mic on movies.
Mike on movies. Tell us about Rocky.
This is where we cue the soft music. New movies that have been out in the past couple weeks. We have Rock'em Sock'em Robots, the movie featuring Hugh Jackman of Wolverine fame.
Do you think he's gay?
No, he's
No.
totally my movie husband.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
No, I think that guy is
He
like...
sings and dances a lot.
He's
I'm not saying
ev-
anything, I'm just saying.
He's everything that Mel Gibson should have been in '86. That's right.
And,
I
and you
said
know
it.
what?
Not insane. not coming back, thinking, I'm gonna do a movie with a beaver puppet. No, you're not
Where
saying.
he plays a crazy person?
That was a stretch for him.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see.
He
We
goes to the
also
Vince
have-
Vaughn School of Acting.
Well, how was that? Did you see it?
I actually thought it was great. I mean, it's Rock'em Sock'em Robots meets Rocky. And as a nerd and a movie nerd, that's a good combination.
See, you know what though?
I think it's
The
done
original
right.
Rocky
I
I
thought it was
liked,
done right.
but I was forced to watch all the Rockies.
Sorry, as right as it can be with those two elements.
Was there at least an homage to Rock'em Sock'em Robots? Was there at any point one of the robots' heads get jacked up?
Not necessarily. I mean, yes and no. Not the pole that goes. Grrr. But you see an like a
Jab?
uppercut jab like that a couple times. But other than that, I thought the acting was good. And,
When do you think they're gonna come out with a sequel where it's a bunch of nuns that just go?
Oh, no. Punching Judy, the movie. Yes. Also, recently this weekend, we've had a remake of The Thing.
John Carpenter's thing.
Yeah, you could,
You could have not done that.
I'm a purist when it comes to horror. Don't remake it if you don't have to. You put too much money into it. The movie originally was very horrible, very shoddy, and very perfect, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah.
You put too much money into it, too much effect, and now it's just like, I'm not even afraid.
See, that's the thing. Like newer movies like that don't freak me out nearly as much as, like even
Oh,
watching like
yeah.
Fright Night or Dead Alive. Like if you watch those were like the worst special effects ever. But they were so bad that they were like kind of disgusting to look at.
Yeah.
Like they were gross.
Especially Dead Alive with the lawnmower scene.
Oh, yeah.
That's a piece of cinematic horror history. If you ask anybody what is one of the goriest scenes ever to be in a horror movie,
Oh yeah.
they immediately go for the lawnmower scene in Dead Alive.
That and the scene where the guys on the dead guys on the table at the funeral home.
Okay.
He's getting filled with all the juices and everything like
Yeah.
that. And he's like bloated, his eyes all pop out of his skull.
Yeah, I mean,
Like that was so like it looked like just a. It's like one of
And
those
it was so
water
cheesy.
things.
it was so cheesy though. That's
Yeah.
the best part.
That was the best part.
So what else has come out?
Let's see. The remake. If you ever want to cut loose, Footloose.
Uh,
No.
That came out. Apparently, it was good.
Who said that? Your girlfriend?
My girlfriend did say that. Liz,
Yeah, well,
Liz definitely did say
She
that.
also saw Moulin Rouge was amazing too.
Didn't you have a soundtrack?
No,
Don't bullshit me.
I did not have the
You
soundtrack.
gave me a fucking little Rio iPod, not a little Rio like MP3 player, and it had a bunch of songs from that movie.
Maybe my
Don't.
girlfriend did.
Don't
My
like
ex.
you. You like that movie. Fact. Anyway.
So
Oh yeah.
Apparently, it's a good remake. Some people actually are saying that it's as good, if not better, than the original. I don't see how you can ever top Kevin Bacon.
Is Kevin Bacon in it? Like is it a cameo?
No, or not that I'm fully aware of. I'm not gonna watch it. Shit. Are you kidding me? I'd rather watch Showgirls
and Kevin
Part
Bacon
2.
as Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, but
Kevin Bacon. That's Kevin Bacon.
I think the two biggest stars in there are Julianne Hough and Dennis Quaid. Almost called him Randy Quaid, but no, that would have been funny.
No. Nice.
Other than that,
What about 50-50?
I honestly have not seen it yet. I really do want to see it.
Have you seen anything?
See, I think it's gonna be like an 8
I watch
on a scale of
a
1
good,
to 10.
a good amount of them. So yeah, by all means, guys, give your ideas of what you think. As a matter of fact, I think I might actually have a movie schedule. Oh, I do.
Oh my good lord.
Are they in theaters?
The
All
sad
right.
thing is, this is the most prepared I've ever seen him for anything.
I swear the sun's
We are
scripted. I
amazed
just
by
have
him
to wear my
every
work
day.
clothes. All right, we'll do a scale of 1 to 10. I'm gonna name a couple movies. You tell me what you guys think, and then by all means, comment on us. Let us know. Let us know what you think. If you agree with these
On anything we're talking about.
on anything.
These included.
That just opened the door.
See, this is the thing. You gotta wear a tank
Yeah.
top next.
You just
time.
got 2 thumbs up. The Ides of March. George Clooney and Ryan Gosling political film.
Netflix.
I give it a 2. I'm sorry, political films and me no good.
Who?
Ryan Gosling was in The Notebook.
Oh, you're talking about the guy that used to play young Hercules.
Ooh! Really old school.
Old school. Yes. No, I have no idea. I got nothing.
Okay. Abduction with the dreamy, abtacular Taylor Lautner of that teeny bopper vampire flick fame.
1.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna say that Taylor Lautner has done all he can do for the teenagers of this world.
He's the
So-
next Matt Damon
Maybe
Damon's
eventually,
pretty
but
amazing.
right now I'm just.
on that retarded level.
What he's trying
I'm
to
gonna
do is
I'm gonna
he's
give
trying
that one a 5 just because I'm a little. not wanting to see it because of Taylor Lautner, but it could still be good. We don't know. We've
He's
only
trying to
seen him
break
in
away.
one thing,
That's
so
what it is.
I'm not gonna completely say that I don't like it, but seeing the guy from the
He's
vampire movies.
trying to break away, but he did say in an interview a couple weeks ago, just as he was doing stuff for abduction, he said something like, "I don't think the girls like me because of who I am. They only like me because of my Jacob character."
I feel so bad for
Well,
you.
You have
tell that
abs
he's
when
wrong
you're
in that
8
sense.
You have abs when you're 18 years old.
I know.
Shut up, kid. That's all I gotta say.
First of all,
I feel so bad that you get so much ass. I'm so sorry for you
It's wrong.
and your Jacob character.
yeah, I know.
Oh my God, you banged Taylor Swift. Well, I mean, who hasn't?
She has a funny looking mouth.
I haven't.
She was a serial
I
dater.
didn't get that memo either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her mouth is like too small.
I haven't either, really. But
She's
I wanted
pretty,
to act cool and have my friends join in on it, but thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for running with it.
We're here for you.
Well, we're hoping that she'll contact us, realizing that she skipped.
Is it weird that I'm only 1 degree of separation from her?
Yeah, figure.
It's weird. I'm not gonna go into it though.
Next
bring up all
time.
these things.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm not gonna get into it now.
Anyway, what's
Her
next?
song "Hey Steven" was written about a guy I went to high school with.
Oh.
Yeah, good for him.
I don't know. Steven.
She didn't say all of her songs are about her exes or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does everything based on life experiences.
She has an
If you threw
entire
a rock at
album
her, she'll write a
dedicated
song
to
about
John
it.
Mayer.
Who doesn't?
How does that feel? Oh, see.
No, really, like if you do anything to her, if you like write this right here, talking about her, she'll write a song about it later.
I hope so.
Yes!
Yeah, I hope so.
Michael Anthony Ligori.
Someone steps on her pet butterfly, she writes a song about it.
All right, ongoing. We live here in the Clearwater, St. Pete, Tampa area. Dolphin Tail.
Oh
I'm
God,
not gonna
no.
lie. I'm not gonna lie. Oh man, I got balls. Cried.
Really?
I cried. I stood there. I was like, oh man, this is freaking inspirational. And I walked out. I was like, I can't do this.
Gimpy dolphins are creepy. That's my view on it.
But don't try to be macho, guys.
I haven't seen it.
I won't see it. It's creepy. It's so creepy.
I have nuts. I
In all
balls now.
honesty, instead of doing that, I'd rather just go down to the aquarium and actually see it,
True. But Morgan Freeman's not gonna be at the aquarium all the time.
which is sad.
I know.
Morgan Freeman, you must go to the aquarium at least once a week. For us.
Oh.
I'd go for Morgan Freeman. I'd risk seeing a
Who
creepy
wouldn't want to
Morgan.
go see God?
Right, exactly.
Wait,
So I
where
would
is
go to
Steven
see,
Seagal?
like, I would risk seeing the Gimpy Dolphin if it meant I got to see Morgan Freeman.
Well, see, that's how you can do both. You go there, you see Morgan Freeman, then you cause trouble, so Steven Seagal has to come and arrest you.
And he'll clothesline you and snap your neck.
I would.
Oh, he wouldn't snap my neck.
I do want to figure out what movies I'd like to see Steven Seagal in that he shouldn't be in, like The Notebook.
Okay.
Pride and Prejudice.
Pride and Prejudice.
New segment. Let's make a list. Every.
Can you imagine him as Snape?
Oh my
Oh my
God.
God.
Just squinty eyes.
It's Dumbledore.
No, he's gonna be Snape.
He's be walking around snapping necks, just like, what? Potions.
No, he'd be good. He'd be Voldemort.
I love your mother.
I think
Oh,
he might be
spoiler
Voldemort.
alert. Thanks.
Oh, who hasn't seen the damn movies?
I don't think I've seen the last one.
Well, I actually have not seen all the movies, but it's good. I missed the first 2. I saw the rest of them.
Steven Seagal is driving Miss Daisy.
Where the fuck do you want to go? Where do you want to go? Because you gotta remember, he's got to squint and talk very softly.
Yeah.
I'm Steven Seagal. I'm gonna be your driver.
Exactly.
You get in my fucking way.
And to think he's actually a cop.
Yeah, he is a cop.
Yeah.
That scares the shit out of me.
Is he really?
Does he actually just wear a leather jacket all the time? Do you think he just wakes like he doesn't have a robe? He just puts on a leather jacket. 3 in the morning.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
so.
He's a cop in like Louisiana or something like that.
Yeah, it was,
He's
New Orleans.
New Orleans. Yeah, he's a cop in New Orleans.
Places
Right.
not to live.
I think,
I'd be committing crimes just to have Steven Seagal arrest me. I'd be just like stealing old women's walkers and hitting with kegs or something like that.
Hitting them with kegs.
You
Can you
fucking
really
Donkey
lift
Kong
an
now?
entire
Yes.
keg? Can you lift an entire keg
Like they still can hurt.
Did you ever watch the show at all?
Once. And then,
There's a couple episodes where some of the people are like getting arrested and they go, "Oh man, you're Steven Seagal! Oh my god!
I saw that.
I could have seen all your movies!"
And then they think they've been fucking around. Like I don't know how you get any respect as a cop because people are like, I'm on some show. This is fucked up, right? You guys are fucking with me, right? And he's like, no, get on the ground, and just like body slams them to the ground.
Doesn't body slam. He grabs them, clotheslines them, and then snaps their fucking neck.
So shit, that's his regular arrest procedure.
Yeah.
This
So I
fuck
guess
doesn't
the
feel.
question would be then, when's Hulk Hogan going to become a cop?
I don't know. In Clearwater. Hulk Hogan is a cop in Clearwater, you kidding me? At least maybe he can get his son out of jail all the time.
Oh!
See what I did there?
I saw
I
it.
called his son a fag at Wing House one time.
That's not surprising. Good for you.
Why do you gotta upset people?
I don't know.
Have you seen Hogan Knows Best?
No.
Makes
Exactly.
me not
I have
want to
no
live on this
interest.
planet anymore.
No. No. Hi, I got into a car accident for drag racing down 60 and made my best friend a vegetable for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna serve 1 year. I'm fine.
Okay, see, I was just going back to when you like insulted the guy from what was it?
Hatchet.
Yeah,
Yeah, Hatchet, and then how now you're insulting another semi-famous.
I insult a lot of people on
but this
various
one,
different
but
levels
this
of
one that
popularity.
he made
Being
me a
around him
vegetable,
insults me.
I will accept that insult towards him
Alright,
for,
cool.
for that reasoning. That's
Cool.
yeah.
You know, if we were in India, you'd been killed for shaking my left hand.
I don't know.
Anyway,
No, do it again.
Speaking of
Suck it, India.
Whoa! We're gonna edit that one out.
disclaimer: Michael Gorey does not say something to India.
Do you know about the world's most comfortable handshake?
Oh, it's amazing.
Come here.
Come here.
We're gonna do this.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, see?
The world's most comfortable handshake. Slide the pinkies through.
It feels like your best friend.
So awkward.
Here, do it with me. It's even better.
Oh my god, Joe's hands are softer.
I lotion.
Only on his right hand.
That's
I see what I did.
the one that gets the most lotion.
But what you hear about the crazy new law that they have? Well, the lack of law that they have in Kansas City now. Kansas City, yeah, Kansas City, right? Yeah, I think so.
Missouri?
No, Topeka. Sorry, Topeka, Kansas. They, it's now illegal for domestic battery.
What?
Yeah.
It's just now illegal?
No, it's now legal to
Really?
beat your wife in Topeka, Kansas. You know,
Shit, I gotta
somebody's
get
down
on
in
it.
Kansas right now.
Hold on.
Seriously, we're moving.
Hold on.
They're telling their
I have an
others.
entire app of weird laws.
Well, they just, because the state made it so the cities had to be in charge of that law, you know, as far as prosecuting and investigating. And Topeka, Kansas said, we don't have the budget to do this, so we're going to repeal the domestic battery law.
Of all the laws to repeal, that's the one. Like,
That's because the state government said now the cities and counties are in charge of this law. And they said, Topeka said, we don't have the money or the infrastructure to spend the time that it takes to investigate. So there's two things that I noticed. They must have a lot of fucking domestic battery in Topeka, Kansas, that the fact that they cannot actually investigate and it takes too long. And that's scary because now there's a bunch of people getting shit beat out of them.
also, I'm betting that the battered women syndrome rate goes way up.
Yeah, probably.
So I'm gonna start something new on the show right now.
What's that?
The weekly pimp hand.
Yeah.
Topeka, Kansas. This one's for you.
Topeka, I hate your fucking guts. I will never move there. Not because I'm afraid I'll be beaten, but because I'm afraid I'll beat all the batterers.
Yeah. That's how I roll.
It's not just
Topeka,
women that are probably getting
keep your pimp hand strong.
It does happen the other way around too. There
Oh,
are
yeah.
some men that get beat.
Don't bitch.
I'm just saying.
Listen. If I can kick your ass, you deserve it.
If you can kick my ass, I'd be kinky.
Just got turned on a little bit. There's that boner again.
Yeah, by the way, who brought up the boner?
I think it was RJ.
What?
Oh, you're talking about the enzyme commercial?
No, yeah. it's
Someone
fine.
on the notes or someone said, Mike looks like he's trying to hide a boner.
No one said that today, but maybe you're thinking of something else.
No,
No,
it's
it was
on
on
comments
the
on
board.
YouTube.
On the comments of our last one.
Oh, I
RJ brought up that this looked like a late night Enzyme commercial, and then someone from the Drunk Nerds podcast said that because Mike was trying to hide a boner.
Yes, that would be me.
So please, everyone.
It's a drinking game. Anytime you think you see a boner on mic.
You gotta pay me. Guys, this thing stopped recording.
No.
The card is full.
Oh, when
How
did it
long
stop?
ago?
I don't know. Press play.
Because that's some shit right there.
Oh my god, I had some gold after this.
Let's see.
We might have to use a sound from that.
57 minutes of it was recording. So, yeah, we're probably gonna have to use some sound from that.
It's only
Mike
our
is
second
saying-
episode.
Yeah. So, yeah, I should have wiped out the card. I thought I did.
Oh, that's alright. Maybe
We'll cut
end-
this little part out, and then when Mike gets back, we'll do like a closing, see you later type of deal. And
Yeah. Leave comments,
Is that cool?
questions, concerns,
So,
topics.
let me go ahead and stop this real quick. And
Hey, so gonna have to yell so they can hear.
oh, they'll hear me just fine. I noticed that also in the last one that I was louder than most everyone else. I have a very clear and lovely voice, and my laugh in the last one, I've been trying to laugh better because I was very much like, and it sounded a little fake. So, your biggest critic is yourself, apparently.
Yeah.
No one else. I don't think so. Now, are all the comments on YouTube?
There's only 2 comments on YouTube. That's why I want to tell people to leave comments, because I had to go around to people that I worked with and that I knew to go, what did you think? Give me some criticisms. You know, I want
Yeah.
feedback. I want something. So I got a bunch of stuff from people that I know, but no one seemed to leave comments on YouTube, which I was surprised about. I figured the trolls would
Well,
at
to
least
be
do
honest, we
something.
got 300 and something, and then we got only 9
That's what we
likes,
did?
so I don't know, like,
How
just
far
because
into
we
it
had that
did
many
it
views
stop
doesn't
recording?
necessarily mean that we had that many likes, so.
57 minutes.
So we're gonna just do a little closing here, and we're gonna use some of the sound from that. So,
Alright.
we're gonna cut what
With-
just happened out,
With Reaper, I'm pretty sure you can amplify
Yeah.
the sound.
Yeah.
so.
But there's, you can, like, after I did it, everything and mixed it in, there's a huge difference between the audio quality on the video and the audio quality that comes out of this, of course.
It'll just be one time, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we said.
So we still got over 300 views, and with Brady, I'm sure we'll get 600.
Yeah, so
Well, all the people that I know of that watched it said they're excited for this next one. So I know we're going to get quite a few views off that alone.
yeah.
I'll watch it about 15 times, just to make sure.
I watched it twice.
I only watched it once.
I watched it twice to take notes.
So, another dog talking about the penis. I believe we're heading out for the day. Done with today's episode.
I think all of our drinks, except for Tommy's, are empty.
Yeah, no, this was disgusting.
No, I'm even trying to help him, but
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Well,
I
next
got one
time I'll
drop.
bring beer for Tommy and I.
Yeah.
And it
I'll
will
probably
be
bring
a much
another
better
stout.
quality.
We should have a fallback. So if this happens again, you have your fallback.
Well, I do have I have the banana bread one in the refrigerator, but
banana bread.
He doesn't like to waste.
yeah.
Wow.
So,
No, I decided I'm just gonna break this bottle and kill myself with it. So,
Well, on that
I'm a
note,
glutton for punishment. Let's try this again.
on that note, if you guys have any
it's a true son of an alcoholic.
any alcohol you'd like us to try and rate, if you have any comments, questions,
It's a true sign that I have to go to work soon.
any ratings, anything you'd like us to talk about, please leave comments, like
let us know
us.
how you like it. Yeah.
We look forward to hearing from you.
Yes.
All the-
Soon enough, we'll all have our own emails through the Drunk Nerds as well. We'll definitely let you know when, and then feel free to shoot us emails, let us know of anything. But until that time, leave comments, let us know what you think, and anything you want us to do or talk about or whatever.
Currently, there is one group email that you can try us at thedrunknerds@gmail.com. So please let us know.
Yeah.
Till then, salute.
Yeah.
Salute.
Do you have my nasty beer here?
This
Yeah.
is Walter Cronkite.
And then you got
That's
Brady,
news
come
to
over
me.
here. All right. Excellent.
Right?